What is the most important activity that defines whether your sales and marketing automation project will succeed or not? Ciao and welcome to my new video. Today I am going to show you what you absolutely have to do at the beginning in order to successfully automate your sales, your marketing, and in general your business processes. If you don't know me, I'm a business automation consultant and I help busy managers and entrepreneurs automate their processes so they can save time and reduce the overwhelm of the team. So very often I get asked, Oscar, can you automate this? How do we get started? So I usually answer, have you mapped out your processes already? Mapping out your processes is always the first and most important thing to do at the beginning. Why? Because if you clearly define your current situation, so where you are right now, and you clearly define where you want to go, of course it's much easier to find your way and to end up exactly where you want to be. I always see two situations here. The first one is when the company has already something. They have a kind of list, they have listed out all the steps that are part of each process. They have something to start with, and this is of course a good starting point. And in this specific case I always focus on clarify and clearly define the desired situation. And of course I explain to them and I show them all the opportunities that business automation has for their specific case. So in this situation I focus more on this side. The second situation is when they haven't mapped out anything, they don't have any sort of document. In this specific case, I offer my support on that. And here I made some notes in order to make sure that I don't forget anything. So we start off with listing all the different stakeholders. This is really important because especially for bigger companies, sometimes it's kind of difficult to list out all the steps that are part of one process. So that's why you need to list all the stakeholders, talk to them, and understand inside each process what are the steps and who is the owner. So, and of course the second thing is to list the steps. The third one is streamline those processes, which means understanding what needs to be automated and what needs to be manual. Why? Because business automation doesn't mean that you have to automate everything. There are still things that needs to be manual. The purpose of business automation is to automate the repetitive tasks and to gain back more time that you can invest on more valuable activities, such as talking to prospects or to clients. Then of course we need to understand how to automate those steps and what's the best combination of tools to do so. In fact, there are thousands of tools out there, and one of the most important tasks of a business automation consultant is to basically understand what's the best combination of those tools. Last but not least, I support them in defining the most important KPIs. So basically what we want to monitor, what we want to track. Why? Because after we automate a process, we also need to track this process, to monitor this process, so we can improve it more and more and more. It may sound strange, but only with the fact that you are taking an overall view of the process and you are defining, you are listing all the steps inside this process, improves the process. Why? Because you become aware of the inefficiencies that you may have, and also it helps you to understand how to improve your overall process. And all of this before you even start automating your process. So that's why this part, the mapping out of your processes, is really important. In fact, I've seen so many projects failing because they didn't have a clear picture of the current situation and the desired situation. They were not clear on where they were and where they wanted to go. The more clarity you have at the beginning, the more chances you have to end up with a product that is exactly what you wanted and exactly what you needed. You can hear this directly from one of my clients, You can find the interview on my YouTube channel, and she said, I ended up exactly with the product that I needed in order to gain back the time that I was wasting on repetitive tasks, and I also managed to decrease the overwhelm of my team. Another question that I get asked pretty often is, from what processes should we start with? And my answer is always sales and marketing, because otherwise it's like pouring gasoline in a tank that has holes. In any case, this is going to be the topic for another video where I will explain in depth how to implement a sales and marketing automation in the best way. This was the first phase of business automation, and in this video I explained to you why you need to map out your processes, why it's really important, and all the benefits. If you want to learn more about the other phases, in the description you will find a link to download my business automation guide for busy managers and entrepreneurs. In case you want to work with me, on my website oscaridipasquale.com, and also in the description of this video you will find the link to submit your application form. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!